And we're going to take off. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Beth Graves, and I feel like the game show host of the Pep Talk, The Power of Peptides tonight. I'm really excited that you're here to hear more about how peptides are helping us with regenerative health, helping with metabolic damage, helping with cellular energy. It's a peptide is literally a messenger. And I think that Tracy will expand on that a bit, how they work in our bodies. But I first found peptides through we were just talking about, it was not, the cost was so high, through a functional medicine, incredible physician assistant. And then my biggest jump was GLP-1. Was when I was feeling postmenopause, that I had done everything cardio 2 hours a day, which is ridiculous, right? And I found the healing powers of peptides in balancing back my body to where it was meant to be, and then found LEMD. Just posting in an Instagram story that I was coming out of the GLP-1 shame game closet because I wanted to help women that were frustrated like me. And that day someone said, hey, there is this incredible telehealth company that's LEMD, and you can partner with them to get these peptides into the hands of the people that you love the most, and also like thousands and thousands of people all over the internet, because that's how the digital age works. So Hani Sigari, our CEO and founder, she's a biochemist, and her focus is, how do we help people to live longer, longevity? So with LEMD, the big umbrella is longevity, and then we have different levers. And the big one that you hear a lot about are the GLP-1 weight loss medications, but that's just the beginning. And you're going to hear tonight from 3 women that have incredible stories, and have also been transformed by saying yes to peptides. And I'm going to start with, actually, Sandy needs to go first. And Sandy is an avid athlete in California. She's 62 years young, and is like, when I first talked to her many years ago, we met in a business mastermind. And then, like I said, I started posting about what was going on in this peptide world. And she said, tell me more. I want to be on the tennis court as long as possible. I want to get back to my peak condition. Will these help? And so she has gone down her own journey toward wellness. And I'm going to have Sandy hop on and share.
Thank you, Beth. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, my story starts really as a kid. I've always struggled with my weight, but I've also always been active. So I've always had like 20 pounds to lose. And, I knew how to get rid of the weight when I wanted to get rid of it. And then I noticed as I got older, especially when I went through menopause, it started becoming more and more difficult to lose weight. And then, can you guys hear me okay?
We can. We just had it.
And then these last couple years, I just have not been able to lose weight. I ended up going to a homeopathic doctor, tried just about every supplement, tried all different types of modality of things that should, move the weight, and nothing was working. And so she suggested this idea of the GLP-1. Well, I had only heard what people were saying. And so I was like, no way am I, like, it just sounded scary to me. But then I saw a couple posts from Beth and Blair, and I was like, okay, if they're doing this, I'm sure they did their homework. So I started researching, and I was actually really blown away. I had no idea that not only could it help me with weight loss, it had all these other side benefits. And so I've been on it for 6 weeks now. I've lost 13 pounds. I definitely feel the inflammation gone. I feel great. I no longer have blood sugar issues because I was pre-diabetic. So I was struggling with that a lot of times on the tennis courts, and my hands would start shaking. That is no longer happening. I'm no longer thinking about food. People talk about this food noise where you're constantly, and that was me. I definitely was thinking about it. And so now when I crave something, I'm like craving salads and vegetables.
Hi.
So
for Dad's medicine.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I need to find my mute. Hold on.
Dad's medicine.
Okay, got it. Okay, go ahead, Sandy.
Um, so that's been the most exciting part for me is I'm not thinking about food. I don't have any more cravings. I feel great. I just started stacking NAD on top of that. So I'm really excited to see how that works. Like Beth said, I'm on the tennis courts 5 days a week. I play anywhere from 2 to 4 hours a day. And I want to be on the courts until I'm 80. So if you're thinking about these, but you maybe have kind of like were me and you're like, yeah, no, not sure about it, do the research. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with just all the great benefits that these peptides actually have. So super excited. So glad you posted, Beth. I would have never seen, probably honestly wouldn't have done it if I hadn't seen you and Blair posting. You guys were what really tipped me over the edge to at least take the time and look.
Oh, well, and it's so great too. I can see your glow up happening, Sandy. Incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I read something today that I think you could relate to, and many of us that have dealt with that idea of food noise. And it said some people think that the GLP-1 is a magical solution, like a magic pill or shot. But like glasses, don't give me supervision. They just get me back to the regular vision. That's what GLP-1 does for me, gets my brain back to a normal relationship with food. And that really spoke to me because it was like having those intrusive thoughts and not being able to have the pause between, do I have hunger? Because we need to eat, right? We want to eat. We want to eat nourishing foods. This pause of what would nourish me best right now. And then for me, I was on the side of, I'll start on Monday. So I would just like, let's finish off those Girl Scout cookies. And now it's just like, wait, what do I need right now? I love the idea that it's like the glasses help us. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't make us something different. It just gives us an assist. So thank you so much for sharing. I do have a meeting to run to, so we're glad we got you on early tonight. And right before we hopped on, I was chatting with Tracy, who is in Northern Florida. She has been in fitness her entire life, a competitive fitness. I love when Regina's on the treadmill. I love that competitive in the fitness world, has been in the peptide space for over 6 years and is going to talk about not the GLP-1 tonight, but Simorelin and the new one, the Wolverine stack. And I was sharing with Tracy, I was like, is it my imagination or could my knee issue already feel better? I have a lot of inflammation in my left leg. I have an IT band injury and the mobility, like not being able to completely bend my knee. I was like showing my husband like I was Gumby tonight. I'm like, look, 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 look. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. So Tracy, will you educate us and share with us more about why I'm feeling so good with this Wolverine stack?
Yeah, well, the Wolverine stack is to me, it's absolute fire. I love it. So, a little bit about me. My name is Tracy Watson. I am a single woman living in Florida, and I'll be honest with you all. The reason I originally started peptides was purely for aesthetic reasons, because I was a competitor and I wanted an edge as far as when I was on stage. Long story short, I injured my foot and I had to have surgery, and I didn't want to take a lot of pain pills, and I wanted to recover as quickly as possible because I wanted to get back on stage. So I was introduced to the Wolverine stack, and the healing was literally cut in half. I mean, within 6 months, I was back on stage, and I was supposed to just be in PT for 6 months, let alone not certainly not to be back on stage. So the Wolverine stack, and I agree with you what you were saying earlier. BPC 157, I've taken that by itself, but with the TB 500, I mean, it's just that added component. It literally is like magic. I mean, I've had injuries where I've strained my neck, and within 2 shots, my neck feels absolutely wonderful. I mean, it's perfect. Um, right now, I'm currently running Simorelin and the Wolverine stack. I train a lot, I lift heavy, and there are times when I hurt myself. I mean, I don't always use great form. Sometimes I get a little overzealous and I hurt myself. But with the Wolverine stack, that along with the Somorelin, because the Somorelin allows me to lift really heavy and I don't injure myself. I mean, I do sometimes still injure myself, but I mean, it's not as bad as long as I'm taking the Wolverine stack. It's the Wolverine stack I know with joint pain and as far as inflammation. And I know I'm not familiar with the GLP-1s, but I know a lot of people talk about inflammation with that as well. But I can speak to the Wolverine stack. It's phenomenal. I mean, I have zero inflammation. And actually the Wolverine stack helped me. I'm 56, so going through menopause, all the stuff, brain fog, I mean, hot sweats, so that it definitely did help me. It helped me tremendously with that. I mean, obviously the hormone replacement helped a lot too, but the peptides helped me significantly as well. And I think that's really pretty much it. I can't hear you.
Thank you for sharing that. And the Wolverine stack it's BPC 157 TB 500, and we just launched that. I think it was Friday. And
Right, yeah, it
whatever
was.
day it was, mine arrived today. It was that fast. So before we go to Heather, I want to share, I'm looking at my notes because this explained when you're thinking about peptides in regenerative health, they're tiny messengers made of amino acids. This is our science lesson tonight. And I always wanted to be the science teacher. I was the language arts side of things. So let me practice being the science teacher tonight. Think of them as short chains of building blocks, smaller than proteins, but incredibly powerful at delivering specific signals to your body. So peptides are created, your body will make them naturally, or you can take them as medications and supplements. And that's what we're talking about, supplementing with a created peptide. They find a target. So it's like sending a messenger, a text message in your body. And whether it says, like with Morlin and Tracy, we're going to build more muscle, we're going to burn fat, we're going to boost healing. They travel through your bloodstream until they find the specific receptor. They're brilliant. Like, oh, here is where I am supposed to go. It's like a text message. If I were to text Vanessa right now, I would be like, hey, Vanessa, my phone knows to go there. That's how these peptides work. They're like, they know how to find those tiny receptors in your body and the signaling. They deliver the message, and when a peptide connects with a receptor, like a key fitting into a lock, it activates a process, whether that's hormone production, tissue repair, or metabolism and metabolic support. So the short version is that peptides are like tiny text messages to your cells, telling them exactly what to do. That's what's so cool about this. That's why it's regenerative and not just a fix, like taking Advil for my IT band and then it wasn't doing anything except for helping me to feel less pain, not doing the healing. So I love that idea of, wait, hey, we need to go over here. And it's just a brilliant process of how our bodies work and how the peptides send those messages to the receptors. So Heather Elkin is going to share from Snowy, Montana. She also is in the health and wellness world, right? Teaching, right? You're a health and physical education coach.
Yeah, did it unmute? I can't tell.
You are unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I am a middle school, 6th grade middle school health and PE teacher. It's my 28th year. And my whole life, I've been involved in some form of activity. Softball as a kid, junior high and high school, track, basketball, diving, college basketball, kind of morphed into, training for marathons, triathlons, Ironmans, rolling over into CrossFit over the last 12 to 13 years. And so my story behind peptides is I was the same way. I saw people like Beth and Blair that were on my Facebook feed who I never even really met before. I just knew them through other supplement companies. And I kept seeing the word peptide and I really didn't even know what it was. And I called Blair. I messaged her and we talked about, okay, well, what is this that you're on? And we talked about Somorelin and NADs. And I had heard about NADs just here in Billings at the aesthetic clinics, and you can get IVs and injections. And I'm like, well, exactly what is it? And we talked about the benefits of both. And we decided that Somerelin would be the first one for me to try. I was looking for healthier skin, or my skin is really dry up here in Montana. Better sleep. I don't sleep very well at night. So I thought, well, I'll give this a try. I love the fact that it helps produce your own testosterone, because I do hormone replacement therapy as well. 4 summers ago, I got put on hormone replacement therapy due to massive hot flashes, which I could not live through, and that took care of it. But I'm also on my feet all day long at school with health and PE. So I was looking for something that would help in muscle recovery, lean body mass, naturally boosting my own metabolism, producing my own testosterone to the level that it's supposed to produce. All of that, I'm like, I want that. I want my body to do what it's supposed to do back when I was in my 20s, because that's how I want to feel. And because I'm 52 and I'm not slowing down, and I want to feel the best that I can on a regular basis. And if it slows down the aging process, who doesn't want that? So I started the Somerelin, and I probably noticed within 6 to 8 weeks on my scale, because I truly am. I have the same routine almost every day. I get up, work out, weigh myself, eat the same salad for lunch every day. You know, I'm just I do the same thing. And I started slowly seeing a small percentage less and less body fat on the scale. And of course that varies from day to day, but overall the average was lower, and my clothes were looser. And I could actually see more muscle definition in my whole body. And my husband noticed, and he goes, you're getting too lean. I'm like, well, I think it's a Somerelin. It's burning the little extra fat on the body, and I'm not really changing anything of my daily habits, which are actually pretty healthy anyways. So I can attest that Somerelin has reduced my soreness in the CrossFit workouts that I do, which we do a ton of gymnastics, pull-ups, toes to bar, kettlebell swings, wall balls. But I mean, if you've done anything like that, you know how sore you can be after 150 wall balls or 120 pull-ups in a day. That has been cut drastically. I would say 75% is gone. And I haven't changed anything. On top of, I'm the leanest I've ever been in my life, even from high school. And I just feel good. My workouts, I feel awesome. I added the NADs probably 8 weeks after starting the Somerelin, and just the overall wellness and feeling before and after a workout, during a workout, throughout the day, it's pretty amazing. And what I love about it is my body doing it on its own, on what it's supposed to do. So the proof in peptides is what I call it, along with the power of peptides. I just encourage anybody who wants to improve how they feel on a regular basis, whether it be some weight loss, more muscle, lean body mass, do your own research and give it a try. You just never know until you try. And that's kind of been my motto. Well, I'll try anything once and see how it goes. And that's kind of the result that I have seen, just from learning from Blair and doing my own research and tailoring it to what I want in my life. So that's kind of my story with the Somerelin and NADs.
I
can't hear you, Beth. Oh.
Thank you. And I love that. I love that your husband said you're getting too lean. Like you're like, yes.
And guess what? He's on Somerelin now too. I'm like, oh, you're just jealous.
You're just jealous.
So
You're
he's
just
trying
jealous.
it too. Yeah, he's trying it now, and I know he's going to see the results he wants, because it's doing what it's supposed to do. you know,
Well,
as,
and it
as
gives
we
like
age, it stops.
yeah, it stops. And then we don't like women need us, we need our hormones balanced as well. And then all of a sudden, all of the wheels are working again. And it's
Right.
I love that. And so when if you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get my hands on this, of course you do, or I want to learn more. If you go to the LEMD website, the person that invited you on tonight can share a link. And our website has so much information. The FAQ for each of the peptides and how this works is you will go to the website. Your brand partner can help you with this, but it's super simple. If you're looking at NAD, Samoralin, BPC 157, TB 500, that's under longevity. If you're like, I want to start with weight loss and maybe stack some of those peptides, there's also weight loss. You'll just click on it. Read the FAQ, read all about the peptide. I love to go to Instagram and follow Dr. Tina, Tyna. Mind Pump has an incredible podcast where they talk peptides all the time. But we have so many resources. Also, we have a Facebook group called the Longevity Collective, so you can go in there. But you head to the website, you click on the peptide that you want, and you put it in your cart. And then it will say create an account. You'll fill out a medical questionnaire. And the medical questionnaire will have questions so that this is a pharmaceutical peptide. You're not just throwing something in your body without a doctor looking at your health history, and then making sure you've had a physical in the past 3 years, making sure that that you don't have any pre-existing conditions that would disqualify you. There's very few. A doctor puts their eyes on it. You'll find out that you were approved. And then like for the BPC, 157 TB 500. I ordered it Friday and it appeared today. It comes onto your doorstep in a beautiful package with instructions of what to do. And we're all here to help you with that as well. So if you are just thinking, I mean, I was brand new to peptides. When I first was prescribed, I didn't even understand what in the world a peptide was. We have so many ways that you can like return back or get to that place that you're seeking. If you're just trying to get yourself back to the gym, or you're training for a competition like Tracy, or you're trying to stay healthy on the tennis court like Sandy and myself, like we've got it. And we want to invite you to be a part of the community. Even if you're not ready to get started, come into our Longevity Collective. Be a part of that community, learn all that you want to learn, because we're all about you as a whole person, your health, your mindset, your habits. Like we're in this together. And when we can do it as a group and as a community, it's so much easier. So thank you so much for hopping on tonight. And we have with LEMD every Thursday night, there's an educational series. I want to encourage you to go to the LEMD YouTube channel. And you can listen to the educational series from last week that talks about BP's 157. There's also a really quick one that talks about, many of us on here just wanted to like come in, learn about peptides, get started ourselves, and learned that there's a referral and affiliate opportunity to it as well. Like if you're getting healthy together, why not make money together as well, right? So we've got that as there's a great LEMD opportunity video. Just let us know what you need. We are here. And I am a little bit biased, but I think this is the very, very, very best community. Like I get teary-eyed. I didn't know any of these women for the most part, or we weren't a part of this group. We all got started August 1st. And what we've built here is just such a powerful group of a few good men, mostly women. And we're just here like to say, how good can it get? And we want to offer that as well. So thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I was so honored when Blair said, I have a game for my son. Can you host? I'm like, yeah, I want to be there. I want to be the one that gets to help with these stories tonight. So we'll see you guys all in the longevity group. And I can't wait for you to be the one sharing your peptide story. Thanks for hopping on tonight, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.